Hey Manny, I'm over here at Woodlawn. We just had a new driveway poured over here, and we had concrete over here. Instead of pouring new concrete over here, we just removed it and left the earth. And so now I need to do something over here. I'm wondering if you have any ideas. What could we do? We might need to bring in some dirt or something. I'm not sure. So I wanted to get your opinion on what could we do other than a lawn, because the lawn over here doesn't work very well given the lack of water and irrigation and stuff. So that's for 2100 Woodlawn. And then I don't know, I just feel like this yard needs to be cleaned up in general, and I know that you have it on your schedule. I think we're gonna save this juniper hedge, right, for the fall. Or were you gonna get started on it? I'm trying to rent it by the middle of July, so in about 2 weeks I'm gonna get photography and stuff. So I'd like to have whatever you're gonna do at this point done by the middle of the month. More sort of just dirt over here. This is technically a lawn, but it doesn't get any water, so it's just kind of dead. So maybe you can think about what we might be able to do in those couple of spots there, and maybe that spot down by the road that's all dug up from the excavator. And then when you come over, could you please do a dump run and remove that there, and just kind of do a general yard cleanup. There are some down branches and stuff from these oak trees. And then on this side, let's see. In the back, it just doesn't look good. It just doesn't, we don't have any irrigation, so, it's not getting water, so the lawn is just completely dead. I guess, we cut it, right? And then, I don't know, maybe we could bring in some, some mulch or something somewhere just to kind of clean it up and give it a cleaner look. I mean, do you have any ideas or suggestions as to what we might do? I'd like to have this gravel section weeded right here so that there aren't any weeds there, and just kind of all of this cleaned up, blown and cleaned up, and this section over here too, if we could try to, because this I think was all pea gravel. All of this concrete, at least this stuff, this needs to go to the dump. I think those two pieces, that piece, I think we can leave the circle and that guy. Those are okay. But I think we're ready to have you get started on this when you're able. And then over here, just, blow off the patio and just try to clean it up as best you can. That would be great. I think that's it. And then maybe in the, could you take that branch too? See that dead branch right there? Please take that. And then in the fall or winter, we could have you come back and do the juniper, unless you're trying to do that now. Maybe it's too hot now to do that. But let me kind of show you what I'm thinking. I'm trying to get this to close. Okay. It looks like maybe we did have sprinklers, Manny. I don't know, man. Maybe you could try to figure out if these work? Because if they work, then we could start putting some water down, actually. Okay, so the juniper situation. So, you know, this stuff isn't actually so bad. I mean, I kind of like it down here. It just, you know, needs to be cleaned up. You know, like we'll take the dead pieces, but it's in otherwise pretty good condition. Maybe you could you cut that down, Manny, and take that, just that dead piece there. So this is, you know, this is the juniper situation down here. Let me show you. It looks like there's irrigation down here. I see an irrigation riser there. Right there, there's one. Wonder if there are some more hidden in here. But like, you know, we'll take that. We'll take that there. You know, and this isn't a priority, but this and you know, this in here. Maybe we'll do that in the fall. And then, like we discussed, let's take all of this out, right? We want to remove all of this. And then I guess maybe we'll need to put some landscaping paper down. Maybe we'll leave the rose bush. We'll take all of the juniper. There's another irrigation riser right there. So yeah, if you could figure out if that works, that would be great, and we can start putting some water down here. So I want to take out this high hedge all the way, so from up above to about here, and just leave all of the low-lying stuff, because again, it's not too bad. It's a huge half-acre parcel, and so, you know, if we don't have the juniper, then we got to go to something different. And you know, you can't have a lawn. I mean, you could, but it just requires so much water, and so we don't want to do that. So any ideas that you might have, I'd love to hear them. And this is that front part too that, you know, I don't know what we're going to do down here. Maybe we could just level it and put something down, like whatever we put down over there on the other side of the driveway in here, and just kind of clean it up. All right, thanks so much.